Hey guys, Daniel here again. Doing the second video for my gaming startup series. This time I promised I was going to do a video on streaming, which is the first area that I decided I'm going to tackle. So when it comes to streaming, I have a lot of things to think about and talk about. And even just like this past week and a half that I've been doing it, there's a lot of things that I've discovered. So the very first thing is that, so I've gotten all the kind of like hardware issues resolved with streaming. So I'm probably going to do I think my next video is going to be a technical video. It's going to show you how to go from not knowing how to stream to getting a stream online. So this video is going to be a little more strategic rather than the exact I did this and I did this with this equipment. I'm going to show you those steps, but I'm definitely not going to do it in this video. This is going to be kind of more of a high level video. So I started streaming. I don't have a webcam yet, but I'll address that in a second. So I have my stream going, and the quality's good, the audio's good. I feel like my content's pretty good. I'm not doing terrible at like talking or running out of things to say while I'm playing. My issue is that I have nobody watching me. So when it comes to streaming live, that's really a big issue, is that nobody's paying attention. So I can have the best content in the world, but if I don't have any viewers, it's completely pointless. So I streamed for maybe 4 days without really anybody coming in to take a look at it. So I decided that, okay, my issue isn't going to be my technology, and it doesn't really matter if my presentation is good or bad if nobody's watching and nobody's giving me feedback. So the first thing I decided that I needed to go do is basically try and garner fans. So the way that I decided to tackle this problem is essentially figure out where my fan base lies. Now, fortunately, Twitch kind of aggregates people for you, so that's really good. I can go on Twitch and there's people who are looking for the game that I'm streaming. They're also familiar with Twitch and they're familiar with like streaming in general. So there's actually like a lot of people who are right in my niche that are all out there, and I have the ability to communicate with these people. So it solves a lot of problems right off the get-go, having all those people in the right place. So now my problem beyond that is I have to grab their attention. There's a lot of different ways I guess you could go about trying to grab somebody's attention, but I want ways that are going to create lasting fans for myself. I don't want to just like make a bunch of noise. And so I started to look, and there are people making a lot of noise on Twitch, and there are people who are providing quality on Twitch. So I looked through, and the people providing noise on Twitch, they're posting videos or like even like screenshots of themselves as like an attractive woman, when in fact they're not. They have these like inflated ranks, like, oh, I'm legend, when, you know, they're actually ranked like 16. There's people going into other people's chats, spamming, saying like, you know, come pay attention to me, come look at my channel. So these are all like really crappy ways to try and garner attention. My goal, and your goal too, should always be to impart value. So we're going to not use any of these really low hanging fruit. They're really lazy and they don't garner the results that we're looking for. You might, you know, one or two people might like stroll in with these really crappy kind of like, hey, pay attention to me. And they'll never stick around. And even if they do, it's probably not the kind of people that you want to attract anyways. So my strategy, what I decided to do is basically, rather than spending a lot more time just like streaming to nobody, is to start to try and build an audience. So what I've done is I've gone in to smaller streamers. So usually people with like 1 to 4 fans watching them. I'll go in and I'll start to engage with those people. Now, this is something interesting that I've noticed, is that as I've gone through and I've started to engage, is that not everybody engages back. Actually, probably only about 1 in 4 streamers will actually even acknowledge the fact that I'm there, even after I've made like initial contact to try and talk with them. So take that as a lesson, is that if you engage the people that come into your stream, you're already setting yourself, you know, above maybe 75% of like the little streamers, okay? So I go into the stream, I talk to the streamer, I comment on the gameplay, I give them some valuable feedback. So whether it's audio quality, what they're talking about, anything that I feel like I can provide value to them, I do that. And so the big thing is that like when they don't have any viewers, even me just being there is value to them, right? I'm adding value by just existing there and engaging with them. So this is something I can do. It costs me no money. And it lets me kind of engage with them. So they're really, so far my experience anyways, has been that they've been very, very appreciative of me coming in, spending my time and my energy, critiquing them and helping them out. So after I kind of spend some time with these people, and I'm trying not to be crappy with it, I'm not just like showing up in their lobby saying, follow me, and I take off, okay? I'm sitting there, I'm like actually investing my time and my energy, and I'm spending time with them. And then once I've done that to where I feel like I've kind of built some rapport with them, I'm asking them to either follow my channel or go to this Facebook group that I've just kind of created so I can keep connection with them. And so this is doing a few things here. I'm first of all, I'm not just wasting my time. I have like a set outcome when I go into one of these channels, is that my goal is to make that little streamer into kind of a cohort of mine, into like a friend of mine, because I want to continue to add value to them. And this also gives me eyes on my channel, right? So it's really, really symbiotic, which is kind of always the goal, is that I'm providing value to them. And then in turn, by me providing value, they kind of naturally want to give that value back. So I've gone through and I've done this a few times. Every single time I've done this, where I've actually spent my time and energy, I've had good results. So over the past week, I garnered 3 followers, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but you have to think, like, last time when I shot this video, I had 0. So, you know, we've already grown to 3 followers in 1 week. And these are really high quality guys that I think are going to do very, very well. So that being said, the Facebook group that I made is essentially to get all these guys connected and networked, right? So I want not just them to, you know, be my friend and to kind of network with me. I want them to also start networking with each other, right? So that every single person that gets added to this group, it makes the group more valuable, right? Like right now there's only, you know, 4 or 5 of us or whatever. You know, we have that much value. By the time the 6th person gets added, right, they get the value of all 5 people that are there, plus they're making it more valuable for the other 5 people that are already in that group, right? So it just has kind of this compounding effect, right? So getting the groundwork is hard and it's really labor intensive, but I don't think I'm going to have to put in as much time as this thing begins to grow. So like right now I'm spending an hour with these guys, getting them kind of on board, and maybe I'll have to adjust that time. Like it might only take 20 minutes to build rapport with somebody. I kind of have to experiment with that time. Because I only really have an hour a day. So I'm spending almost all my like stream time networking. But it's better now that I have like, I can stream and I now have 2 viewers, right? So it's better to spend 3-4 hours networking, and now I'm broadcasting to 3 people instead of broadcasting to 0 people. The math just makes more sense this way to spend my time like this. So I also made a Facebook group. I keep mentioning it. I've already learned some things about the Facebook group, and this is why it's really good to do rather than just plan. So I made a Facebook page and I added some artwork. My artwork doesn't fit because Facebook in their profile section, they have like a square, and then the banner section has a long banner, and my artwork didn't fit in either of those. So, which is good because I didn't really like my artwork and I still really don't. But because I just went out, made it, tried it out, I realized that I have different issues. So rather than like sending that artwork back, having it like redone over and over again, I can now identify the issues and kind of tackle it better. The other thing being is that, like I don't have my car on because I don't want the noise, and it's like freaking 40 degrees out. It's so hot. I don't know why I'm wearing a sweater. Anyways, it's totally off topic. I just saw you like see the sweat beading. Oh, what was I going to say? So I got this Facebook page. There's certain things that I found about it that I already don't like. One is that Facebook is constantly pushing me now that I've like made this page to boost posts. So essentially they're like, hey, pay $5 and we'll let the people who have already liked your page see what you've posted, which I think is so crappy. I've had to do the work to get these people even just to come in, like this page or like look at it. And then Facebook wants me to pay them money to like reach the audience that I've built. It's just like complete extortion. I think it's totally crappy. The other thing being is that I want people to post and engage. And what I found is that when they post on this Facebook wall page thing, is that it goes to like a guest post section and it kind of gets lost. It's not like on the front page, and we kind of all know that the front page is where you get all the attention. And so that's not really bringing value to them to be on this kind of secondary page. And so I really want to get them on the first page. So I think the next thing I'm going to tackle is to actually try and convert it to a group. So I'm going to try and make a Facebook group rather than a Facebook page. I didn't really understand the distinction before. I'm really starting to see it now. In terms of what I'm trying to accomplish, I need to kind of transition that. Again, it's good that I did this now when I only have a few followers. It's not going to be hard to move them. If I had waited till I had like 300 Twitch followers, then made a group, asked everyone to come over, found out I didn't like it, then transitioning them again is really, really difficult. So good that I started that off. In terms of my next goals and strategies, I looked at the bottom streamers. This video is going longer than I expected. I only want it to be 10 minutes, but I just got to get out what I got to get out. I looked at the bottom group of streamers, so the guys in like the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s who all kind of, you know, the bottom feeders right now, and they're all kind of doing something wrong. Okay, so they're either not engaging, so that's part of the reason why they're there, which is not something I'm doing, so that's good. They're not streaming with good quality, so their video is sketchy, their sound is sketchy, something that I'm okay at. I think my sound quality could be a lot better. My video quality is really good. So that's something I'm going to look into. They don't have a webcam. Okay, so that's something that I'm having an issue with right now. So I have to go get myself a webcam. So that's going to be my project for this week, is to pick up a webcam. I'm probably going to pick up a mic too. Just get both of them out of the way at the same time and get them set up. And then 4 is that they don't really provide much value. So they're just like streaming really low level play, or they're streaming bad arena runs, or just they're not providing good entertainment, right? So those are kind of the 4 things that I really identify that keep people in this bottom. The people above them who are starting to garner more followers have all of those 4 things kind of checked off. So right now I only have 3 of the 4 checked off, maybe 2. My sound quality I think could be better. So I'm going to try and tick those boxes off and see if that kind of just makes more natural growth for me. I'm also going to keep networking. I'm going to try and add more people to this group. I'll kind of test the waters and see how much time I really need to invest in networking with these guys. And then I'll get back to you with kind of those results. So I'm going to get a webcam, I'm going to get a microphone, and then I'm going to get that all set up, get it working. And then probably next video that I do is going to be a technical video showing you how to get all set up with your mic, your camera, your streaming. And so you can kind of get that all done, get that on par. I'm going to mess around with my Facebook group a little bit, so I have some place to put people, because right now just getting them to be my friend on Twitch is great, but I don't really have a good place to like actually foster communication, and that's really, really important when making fans early on. So I have this Facebook group or Facebook page that I'm going to make into a group, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. So that's my update for this week. I definitely went longer than I expected, but it's good. I'm moving in the right direction, and I'm really excited. So I hope you guys stick around. I really appreciate you watching this video, and you know, have a good rest of your week. All right, guys, take care.